48 yards, I run it back. Hey, I cop a car, I run it back. Go your then run it back. Run it back, run it back, run it back. Hello? That's the jag calling. Let me click over real quick to let my jag talk it. I eat it, ooh, Pac-Man. That's the way my neck talking. Right? I ain't never coming back the way the stress. You don't make no clap back when you backpack my bad, but I'm past that. But an ass back, that's cash. When the money fall, I'ma slap that. Clap when the money go, you don't slap. That's facts. If the money low, I'ma grab brown man. When it come back, I'ma give back my bad. When the check hit, the direct hit. I'm glad when the check missed the direct hit. I'm sad like, who's that knocking at my window? My window. They say that it's the money, I'm like tenfold. Over and out. That's gon' make you up like a limbo. She said she not a, she an. Hey. Why you do that like that? Like that? It's a lot of money. Why are you mad like that? Like that? Ooh, I'm in my new bag, my bad. You ain't get too bad, my bad. Yeah. First of the month, I'ma run it back. Ay. Same day, why I'ma run it back. Friday, payday, run it back. Ay. Run it back, run it back, run it back. 48 yards, I run it back. Ay. I cop a car, I run it back. Go your then run it back. Run it back, run it back, run it back.
Yeah. 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 Okay. 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay. I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay. All my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay. So when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gonna want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros. Left pocket got.
First opened in 2017. There's a look at the beautiful state-of-the-art Mercedes-Benz Stadium here in Atlanta, GA. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Atlanta Falcons. Here we go. The final week of the NFL season, Week 17, is underway. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for a first down for the Falcons.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first. This running game so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
Nice methodical opening drive here. They're already in the field goal range. They're in a good spot. You know that people like to take a shot in this part of the field. But at the same time, as methodical as they've been, they might want to run the ball a little bit here too.
And just on the outskirts of the red zone, they have options now. Either way, though, they've come out with a purpose.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Come on.
Out of the gun, they run it with Hunt. And he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Falcons take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Gano the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
The Eagles take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Here we go.
There's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. A gain of 3, second down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Off of play action. Luck. He'll buy some time, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
On 3rd down, here's Jones. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. 4th down now after a loss of 2. An ideal start defensively. They already have the touchdown. Now they get the stop.
Just like they drew it up on the chalkboard. Does that sound dated? Right? Am I out of touch a little bit?
It's all right.
All right, grease board, heck, computer, exactly what you want, though. Score on your first drive, stop them on the first drive defensively.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Even though they might not find the number 1 seed next to their name come playoff time, there's not going to be very many teams, if any, entering the playoffs on the kind of run there. And he fires one that's intercepted. It's Shaq Thompson here with a pick.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Check out.
Now a first down carry by Jones. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
3rd and long. It's Locke. And that will be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now here's Vick. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. This is Hunt.
Kareem Hunt, the ball carrier. Terrell Suggs brought him down. A 2-yard pickup makes it 3rd and 8.
After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
Hey, check my 50. Mike is a 50. Check my 50. You must be dreaming.
On 3rd down, Vick. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it.
Here we go.
They will indeed go for it. Vick. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Eagles are going to take over in great field position.
Check out. 674. 12. We got 4. Hey, check. Hey, I-7. Run, man. 12. Pro teams, run protection.
On 1st and 10, Locke. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And he'll take this all the way down inside the 40.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
On 1st down, they'll run with Hunt. Touchdown, Falcons! Kareem Hunt, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons push further out in front.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Check out.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
They were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their 3rd one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority, and it's working out.
To try again after the sack. Luck. Escaping the pressure right. And that's incomplete. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down. Then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back. But it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Hey, seam 6. Check mark 27.
Out of the gun, Luck. He's going to go for a big play downfield. It got his man, complete. 20. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. So that's about as long a non-scoring play as you're going to see from inside their own 10 to 1st and goal. They'll try and run it in with Jones. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. Ronald Jones, his 19th touchdown now on the season, as his guys are back within a single score. Gostkowski the extra point, and that makes it a 14-10 ball game. Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards, as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. We have witnessed touchdowns on back-to-back drives. We'll see if the offense can continue this uptick here.
And I know you're looking at me funny. You're wondering when I'm going to get upset watching these guys go up and down field, aren't you?
I wasn't looking at you. I got something in my eye.
That's the excuse that you always use for something like that. Listen, I appreciate good offensive football as much as the next person. When it's played well and is skillful, I'm with it. And right now, this is exciting.
Oh, the defender likes it. Throwing, Vic. He'll rifle this one. And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. A big play there with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Falcons are able to show off their quick strike ability. The PAT up and good, but hold on a second. There is a flag. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Check out. 240. 11 feet. Alert.
Play action. It's locked. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Throwing on 3rd down, Luck. Flush to his right. And incomplete. A disappointing drop there defensively by the rookie. And now 4th down.
Well, it's looking like another 3 and out here, and at some point, you got to be able to put together a drive to keep your defense from having to go right back out on the field. I feel like things are starting to unravel a little bit, and we're not even at halftime.
The Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they're hoping to redo their efforts of the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the...
Accelerating, and off he goes. Past the 20. Touchdown, Falcons. Kareem Hunt, 81 yards. And the Falcons push further out in front.
Brandon, my man, just one sentence for that one. Clinic.
And that's what they've done. They lead the league in points per game this season, but it's been quick strikeability as we saw on that drive.
I think they're actually intimidating defenses because they're back on their heels right away, wondering where it's going to come from, how they're going to hit them. This group is well organized, well coached, and extremely confident in what they do.
And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Let's go. Let's go.
We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. On first down, it's Long. He's going to look deep down the field. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee.
Here we go.
This is first and goal, and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Now Jones. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3.
And a nice job defensively to keep him out of the end zone. He was trying to get his second touchdown already in the first half.
They had that one earlier, was bidding for a second.
Falcons 3-yard line.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal.
Watch twist. Watch twist. 11.
Here's Love. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
When you got your backs in the shadow of your goal line, you've got to be physical in that situation because there's not a whole lot of space, not a lot of wild plays that can be run there.
It's put up or shut up time. Defensively, nice job just to make sure they didn't complete it on that play. The line of scrimmage is the 3 as they look to cash in on third and goal. No gain on the play that time, so a big stop, and it's going to leave them with a 4th and goal. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And no hesitation about this decision here. Confidently, they're going to go for this. 4th and goal from the 3. They snap it to Locke. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. He tried to keep it himself, but can't stretch his way in. And the Falcons able to muster together a goal line stand. They'll start with Hunt on the ground. And able to get this one out just shy of the 25 at the 24. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for a first down for the Falcons. To throw, Vick. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Falcons. John Ross, 76 yards. And the Falcons push further out in front.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that could finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previous.
Looking for Aguilar, and it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 47. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
At the 47-yard line.
Buddy up! Mike 50, Mike 50, Mike 50. It's a party now. It's a party now.
On first down, Hunt. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. From the gun, Vick. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
Thrown to the sideline and incomplete. It's now 3rd down and 9 yards to go.
And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Vick. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. John Ross in the final seconds of the first half as his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. That'll be taken in the end zone.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. From the 24, Luck looking deep downfield. And that's caught inside the 30. There he goes right side. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A big play there with touchdown number 27. That ties Priest-Holmes for the third most in a single year. And the Eagles get a score closer. Gostkowski with the extra point. And that will shave one more off this lead. Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
That good for 22 and a first down. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, Michael Vick. Forced out to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
Play action now, Vick. He's going to fire this thing deep right. It's caught inside the 25. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. A big play there. His second touchdown of the game, 17th on the year. As his guys continue to pour it on. Gano now to add the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone.
Let's go! Let's go!
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Von Miller racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24.
Quo. 4 down. Hey, exit. Middle.
Now Luck. Trying to lay one up deep. And Luck will be intercepted for a 3rd time. Greedy Williams picks it off. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
On 2nd and 7, Vick got a man open. It's Ross. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 10 yards there and a first down for the Falcons. This quarterback now over 300 yards now for the game, and time to improve on that as he's got a 1st and 10. Going deep downfield for Ross. And this is taken in at the 5. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. John Ross, his 21st touchdown of the season as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Extra point try good by Gano, and that will extend this big lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. On first down, Locke. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20.
Hey, Alpha.
Here's Locke. And this is going to be incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Mike 27, Mike 27, Mike 27. Strip the ball. 12. Hey, check.
From the gun, here's Locke. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Trey Flowers picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching.
He's got daylight. He's at the 50. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. A big run by Kareem Hunt. Give him 42 yards on the ground. So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10. Vick now from the 50. They'll let this go for the end zone. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. John Ross. Touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Falcons turn that interception into a touchdown. That's an early touchdown grab for last week's NFC Offensive Player of the Week. He was so electric, and they talked about it all week long. Have to try to contain it.
And now for him, being able to focus on the task at hand and not just immediately assume that last week it totally carries over, but you got to like the start that he has, showing those great hands that we've seen from him throughout.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, "Wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys."
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. The tight end, Max Williams, the intended receiver. Third down here.
Let's go, Mexico. 11B. 4 down. Check. Hey, Foxtrot. Quo.
The shotgun snap for Lott. Oh, and he'll just get rid of this one deep. And the throw there going to be incomplete. And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5.
Hey, check. Check 4. 40. Easy. Alert. Bravo. Check Mike 27. Get in the weight room.
They are going for it. It's Lott. And a big loss here as he's taken down. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. Back now in Atlanta. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Vic to throw it. Open man is Ross, complete. And they'll rally and stop him short of the first down at about the 6. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. They'll try the field goal now with Graham Gano. This is an easy one, 23-yarder. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through, and they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route. And I think the ball's out, and the Falcons grab it. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
50, Mike's 50. Check pass.
Vic now after the fumble recovery. Now Vic stripped. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's first and goal from just inside the 10. They run with Hunt. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a third time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. A 5-yard touchdown as his guys continue to pour it on.
Well, this game is definitely over, but we do know some people like to go ahead and continue to add to their score, don't we?
Yeah, I don't know that they need to add any more right now, though. I'm just starting to think about those dinner plans tonight, my friend.
Well, you and I will be thinking about dinner plans, but we also know there are plenty of people are thinking, how can I get some more scores for my fantasy, for other things? They're trying to figure that part out now.
By the way, last weekend we went sushi because that's what you wanted. We're going steak tonight.
I'm in.
All right. They'll start out on the ground with Jones.
I got you, boy.
And he'll push forward for about 4 up to the 23.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Luck. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Chandler Jones, he continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year.
They're not ready for this. 11.
From the gun on third down, Luck eluding the pressure right. And that'll be incomplete. Now, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
4 down. Check. 4 down. Check. Strong right. 12. Hey, Charlie.
On 4th down, Luck. He's going to look deep for more. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10. The 20. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late, but he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. So now here's Luck as his guys will go for 2 here.
Who that? 11B. Check Mike 27. Check Mike 27. Big stop, G. Big stop. Let's go.
Luck now to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere. Seeing that play, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
And a good job here by the Falcons. Their hands team able to recover it. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number, kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12.
Just like that. Just like that. Check 50. Check 50.
Now Hunt. And he'll get it down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. That's what they needed. It's an 8-yard gain, and now 3rd and 4 suddenly doesn't look so bad.
Set, Hunt. Hey, come on. Mike 5-4. Here it comes. Here it comes. Check. Hunt, 64. Weak.
On 3rd down, Vic out of the gun. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board. Ended up settling for 3.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest,
don't forget.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Certainly not what this offense wants to see. Andrew Luck down and appears to be in some pain. And in Week 17, let's hope this won't affect him for the playoffs. We'll step aside. Now the backup, A.J. McCarron. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Philadelphia picking up the first on a gain of 15. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. McCarron with one final try. He's going to, and this will be caught at the 30. And a little bit of a consolation prize there. He's into the end zone. Won't win them the game, but they do get the score with all zeros showing.
But some fantasy players are really happy with that score.
Doesn't affect the outcome, but, hey, nice job there to put it in the end zone for the final play.
Could it affect other things? Sometimes these types of scores are ones that we don't consider big at the time. Then later on we find out maybe that was a tiebreaker.
Yeah.
Or, of course, in the fantasy football world, these points mean a lot.
A lot there. Now here's McCarron as his guys will try to tack on the 2-point conversion.
6 guys. Check 6 guys. Ready?
One final shot. They'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. So they tried to tack on 2 more. Wouldn't have mattered as far as who won and who lost, but that's how this one ends.
Felt like cosmetics, didn't it? Just put another 2 points on the board, make the score look a little bit better. Maybe they wanted to run a 2-point conversion just to see what they had. Who knows? But it just wasn't necessary.
So for the Falcons, a final win here means they'll finish off the regular season at
Move the chains, championships. All my records go hard, it's a champion hit. I've been working for this moment like I've been in the gym. Jumping all over hurdles, I'm evading the pit. Head to head with anybody, take them, I can shake them. I invite them to the fire, then I bake them, I'ma break them. I'm a Hall of Fame legend, they should go and hang my jersey. Made to put in work, I don't think they really heard me like. Move the chains, I'm about to make a play. Move the chains, tell them get about the way. Move the chains, I'm about to win the game. Move the chains, baby, tell them move the chains. Ain't no stopping me, ain't no topping me. I am up, number one seed, ain't nobody popping up. Got a squad of gorillas from the jungle suited up. You kicking off with this